Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Rene, and I'm joined in our Los Angeles studio by one of our new team members, Michael Martin. Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
He's going to be here to talk about all things fighting games, and you are our resident Street Fighter expert. So tell me, when did you first start playing Street Fighter?
I started playing Street Fighter when I was a freshman in high school, and Street Fighter 2 had just come out in arcades, so we used to go to the corner store around the corner from high school and crowd around the machine.
So who was your main?
I actually did not have a main.
What?
Because,
no main?
I've played a different character mostly throughout every game. My favorite character, I guess, of all time is Sodom, who's been in Street Fighter Alpha. But currently, I'm playing Ryu in Street Fighter 5.
Well, Ryu is a very popular character, so I don't blame you. Talk to us a little bit about your history in esports reporting.
I started out freelance writing with a bunch of different websites. I kind of became the fighting game, I guess, expert. And I latched on with Red Bull Esports covering the Capcom Pro Tour and Street Fighter 4 at the time. And did that for about a year, went through the whole Pro Tour, and Street Fighter 5's here, and now here I am.
So Street Fighter 5 has changed up quite a few things in the pro circuit. What would you say is your opinion of, where the tournament scene is at right now?
The tournament scene, it's interesting because I feel like there's a lot more parity than maybe we expected there to be. Good players are still good. And there was a lot of thought about old school players coming back and dominating, and that hasn't quite happened. But I think new players are getting into the game. It's accessible, and so you're seeing the scene sort of rise up. Sorry.
Hey, that's okay.
and we're seeing, like I said, good players are still good, but we're seeing a lot more parity amongst overall.
So who are some of the key players that we should keep an eye on as the Capcom Pro Circuit, continues on in 2016?
I'm curious to see if Infiltration will win every premier event, because he has shown that he's far and above everyone else. Tokido's obviously been great. Both of those guys have finished 1 and 2 at Final Round and NorCal Regionals, the 2 premier events. But of course, the Japanese players, the Korean players have shown that they're still great at Street Fighter.
Yeah, let's talk about the regionals. I mean, do you think that there is a possibility with the new gameplay mechanics that Capcom has, brought in with Street Fighter 5 that rookies can make a play this year?
So I still feel that the game is accessible in a lot of ways. I still feel that new players may struggle, especially when it comes to playing against the top tier pro players. Having said that, I think that it's easier for someone to get better at the game than maybe it has been in the past. So regionally, a lot of people felt like maybe the West would do better in tournaments, and I think that they kind of have, but as we've seen, Infiltration from South Korea, Japanese players like Tokido have been sort of dominating. So, Asian-born players are still doing really well, but Justin Wong's been doing great, and some of the other, top North American players are doing really well.
Well, if Lupe Fiasco can do it, anybody can do it, right?
That's right.
Well, Michael, thank you so much for chatting with me today, and he will bring you guys all of the latest Street Fighter news right here on Yahoo Esports.